Well, Sarah, the first thing I asked you is when was the last time you did an Ironman? You said 2005.
Yeah, it's been 7 years since I've done an Ironman, and I've doing doing the Hawaii Ironman was, of course, the pinnacle. I mean, that was my dream, and that was the Ironman I'd always been gunning for. But when they announced that there was a race in New York City and they were going to do an Ironman here, I immediately signed up with all the thousands of other people because this is my hometown, and I knew it was going to be particularly special to do the race here. And I know that crossing the finish line in New York City will be almost as magical as crossing the finish line in the Ali'i Drive.
It's probably an understatement to say that your life has changed over the last 7 years, but what have you taken from that 2005 experience to the present day?
Wow, well, I mean, there's so many lessons that you learn after doing an Ironman, and certainly doing the race changed me as a person. And it also, but the thing that I'm most proud of since doing that race is how many more challenged athletes that are out here doing the sport of triathlon. I was inspired by the gentleman, we started the CAF because of him, Jim McLaren, and he was an amputee athlete that had done the Ironman in 10 hours and 42 minutes, and he was the first amputee I had ever met who had done the Hawaii Ironman, and he was really my inspiration. I figured if he could do it on one leg, so could I. And being the first woman, I'm incredibly proud of being the first woman to have done the Hawaii Ironman on a prosthetic leg, but I always wanted to be much like Jim and help inspire other people with disabilities, or not, people able-bodied, to get out there and do it, but especially to show women that it could be done. And that's what I'm most proud of, is that we see this really great growth of people with lots of different human differences who are coming out and doing triathlon, and I'm so proud of that.
What about moving forward? Even after Ironman New York, will you continue to take on the Ironman distance?
I would love to go back to Kona. I mean, that's my dream, is to go back there one day, and I would love to better my time on the same course that I did. And in the past 7 years, it's not like I haven't been doing tries. I've done a lot of halves, and I did a lot of the ITU racing in the Olympic distance, and was part of the crew that really helped advocate and get triathlon into the Paralympics. So I've been doing a lot in the sport of triathlon, but Ironman was the inspiration for me even to get into the sport. So I definitely want to go back to Kona. I mean, Hawaii is a very special place, and if I'm lucky enough to go back someday, I mean, that would be another dream.
Well, I hope you do, Sarah.
Thanks, Dave.